What's up, guys? I'm back with more Ultra Street Fighter 4 speedrunning. So, I did my last video about the Chun-Li record, and would you believe it, only like a day or two after I uploaded that, someone took my record away. They took it by like 3 or 4 seconds, so I had to go back in and take that back, so I'll show you that later. But also, I went in and I decided to try to get the T-Hawk record as well. There was like a 9-month-old record on speedrun.com for T-Hawk, and I figured I could beat that, and it took a lot of practice, but I ended up beating that as well. I'll show you the runs later, but first, I'm going to show you some of the tech that I used to get these records, because honestly, there was some kind of tricky stuff. By the way, I want to shout out GamepadViewer.com. That's what's over here next to my face. I highly recommend it. It lets you show your buttons on streams. If you're streaming fighting games, you don't have to install any software, so shoutouts to them. That should make it a little bit easier for you guys if you want to learn how to do these runs yourself. But first, let's talk about the tech, the strats, because when I was trying to get this T-Hawk record, I was losing my mind. I spent like 4 hours grinding this record, and it seemed like no matter how perfectly I did it, I just could not get ahead of the world record. And so if you look, I put my footage side by side with the world record footage, and something you're going to notice is with every trial, he just gets a little bit further and further ahead. Like a couple tenths every single trial, and within like a minute, he's like 3 or 4 seconds ahead of me, and I just can't catch up. So I had to study the footage, I had to figure out exactly what's happening here and how he's getting ahead. So I'm going to explain that trick to you, and I'm going to explain the other tricks that I used, and then I'm going to show you the full unedited runs at the end of the video. Guys, real quick, I want to talk about the sponsor for today's video, Boxu. Boxu is a Japanese snack box subscription service where each month they deliver an assortment of delicious goodies right to your door. Each box has a specific theme. This month's theme is Boxu Birthday. Boxu's been around for 5 years now, and they're celebrating by taking a snack tour of 5 of Japan's different prefectures. Guys, this thing is packed with awesome stuff. We've got seaweed tempura, chocolate-covered potato chips, and this amazing, gigantic cookie that is shaped like a fish. It's taken all my willpower to not eat this before I had a chance to film. But guys, the thing I'm most excited about are these little Dongo Mochi. If you guys have played the new game Monster Hunter Rise, there's Dongo in that game, and it looks so delicious. Well, finally, I get a chance to see what it tastes like for myself. This is a dream come true for me, guys. Alright, let's see here. You know, I'm surprised. It's savory. It's savory. It's a little bit salty and meaty and soy saucy. I love it. I can feel it. I'm powered up. I'm ready to go fight Rathalos now. So guys, use the link below. You can sign up for a subscription, or if you want, you can order individual boxes or even just specific snacks that you want. But make sure whatever you do, use the code JMCross10 to save 10% off your order. So once again, thank you so much to Boxu for helping support the channel, and thank you to you guys for using the code down in the description to get your hands on all these delicious snacks for yourself. Okay, so first up, the main time loss that was killing me is such a minor thing. I was really kicking myself when I found this. So watch the life bars right here when I finish this trial. Watch these life bars. You see how they kind of turn translucent and slide off screen? But now, I'm gonna mash the start button and watch the life bars now. Boom, they instantly disappear. So that's literally it. I was mashing the A button, but it turns out you have to mash the start button and the A button. I was losing like 10 seconds to this, so I was really, really happy when I found that. I was absolutely losing my mind on that one, but it ended up just saving massive amounts of time. I had to rebind the start button onto one of the face buttons of my stick to make it easier to mash. But it ended up saving just an insane amount of time. Other than that, I mean, for T-Hawk, there aren't a ton of time saves. You can FADC his Dragon Punch. That saves a little bit of time versus knocking them down. You have to wait for the opponent to stand up. But other than that, there weren't a ton of like major tricks for T-Hawk. It's mostly just really minor stuff. Like I found to land 360, you can hold forward before you do it to get close enough to land it. That way you don't have to waste frames by dashing. But really, to get the T-Hawk record, it was just a measure of how perfectly you can execute everything. I think I ended up with only like 2 drops in the whole run. So I was pretty happy with that. But let's talk about Chun, because I found a lot of new tricks for Chun. So yeah, this Chun-Li run, I pity anyone who tries to take the run from me now, because every single trial almost is really hard, even these really early ones. So just doing spinning bird kick, the way I used to do it, I did heavy spinning bird kick, which as you can see, it knocks the opponent down. That wastes frames. We gotta save time here. And so I was like, okay, medium spinning bird kick doesn't knock down. But the problem is it doesn't reach far enough. So I actually saw the other guy who took the world record from me. He did a trick where you charge spinning bird kick, and then before you do it, for a few frames, you actually hold forward, and then you do it. So it's like down, hold forward for like 5 frames, and then up plus kick. And I'm doing down forward to up forward just because that's a little bit easier. So this is pretty tricky, but I got fairly consistent at it. And that ends up saving you a few frames, and it comes in really handy for a later trial. Trial number 11 here. You can see if you just do spinning bird kick, it doesn't reach. The range isn't long enough. And in my old record, I had to push Dan all the way to the corner to make this work. But it turns out that very same micro walk can be used in this trial as well. You see, there we go. You just hold forward for just a handful of frames before you do it, and then it hits mid-screen. So that's pretty sick. Another early trial that has been surprisingly difficult to optimize is just her Ultra 1. I know it sounds simple, just do Ultra 1. That passes the trial, but we're wasting all this time watching this animation. That is so much lost time, so we can't have that. So the way I was doing this was back medium kick, launcher, which you can see that launches him so you don't get the full animation. And that's decent, but I found an even more optimal route here, which is going to be dash up, standing medium punch into lightning legs. This is about a full second faster, I think, than the back medium kick one. So that's really optimal, but the input is hard. You have to slide your finger from medium punch to medium kick to light kick and then over to 3 kicks. So tricky input, but once you get it, that does save time. And what makes this run so punishing is you do all those little things, you do all those little time saves, saving frames wherever you can, and then when you get to trial 19, it can all just get thrown away, because that's a 1-frame link. A 1-frame link. You can see I piano the buttons, which gives you a few more chances, because you're getting sort of multiple frames where the buttons are registering. But if you drop this, you're gonna have to sit there and watch this super animation and lose like 2-3 seconds every single drop. So all those time saves can go out the window on this 1-frame link, as well as on this link on trial number 22. This is actually a pretty wide link. It's like 3 or 4 frames. But what trips a lot of people up is if you just do the input normally, you're never going to have the charge that you need to do the super, because your super is charge back, forward, plus kick. So actually, in order to do this, you have to hold back for a few frames after you do the half circle back input for the flip kick. So you do half circle back, hold back, just for a few frames, and that gives you the charge that you need to get that super. So once you know that little trick, this trial is not that hard. But again, if you mess it up, you have to watch the whole super animation, and you're going to lose so many seconds. So there's a lot of stuff early on that's easy to mess up, and then even if you nail all that, it's really easy to just blow the run at the end with these link combos. So this was a tough one, but I did end up reclaiming my world record. And now I'm going to show you guys my 2 runs, my T-Hawk run and my Chun run, unedited. So I hope you enjoy them. And if you enjoyed the video, I would love it if you could hit the like button or the subscribe button or both. Maybe ring the bell. I would appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the runs. Didn't go far enough. That was so optimal. That was sick. Okay. That was so suboptimal. I just lost like 10 frames. Not that it matters that much, but you hate to see it. At least that was hella optimal. Good timing. There we go. See, we saved the dash there, which saves a few frames as well. First try, sick. Sick. One framer. Nice. I choked. That was entirely my fault. We might still beat our record because we don't have any drops. All right. Let's walk the right amount here. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, I'd say I'm happy with that. Nine seconds off world record. I'd say I'm happy with that. I thought I was getting good at that walk-up bird. Look at that. Optimal. One hit. I just want like a relatively clean run, you know? Doesn't have to be perfect, but I just don't want to drop any really easy stuff. That's the main thing. Nice. Nice and clean. First try. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Let's hit this micro walk. Even if I drop the micro walk, I'm just going to use backup strats because this is a pretty perfect run so far. In fact, it's a completely perfect run so far. And we hit it. So I guess we don't have to worry about that. Alright, corner only. Come on, bro. This was a perfect run. I'm so mad. It's still world record pace, but that was so much time loss on an easy combo. It's so frustrating. "13 and 14 are not even hard, but they're hard for me personally. I don't get it. Alright. Well, not the worst. First try, let's go. Let's go. First try, let's go. Well. Basically first try, right? Basically. Alright, last one. First try, guys! Just a casual 16 seconds off world record. Oh, man. Boy, does it suck that... that we dropped an easy combo 3 times. We dropped an easy combo 3 times, you know? We would have saved like 5+ more seconds.